Good day. Hope everybody out there is having a good one. If not, hopefully this will brighten your day. If you're into finding new music and all that, you've come to the right place because we follow people's suggestions rather than following algorithms. It's let us find way more musics and stuff than we ever would have found any other way. It's let us down musical paths, down just finding musics from all over the musical spectrums and from regions and areas we didn't know were just churning out such awesome music and stuff. I guarantee you're going to find something's going to be your new favorite thing or you never knew you needed in your life. And this is one of those things. Paco De Lucia is we could go on a lot about Paco De Lucia, but we have a whole playlist dedicated to him. We've talked an awful lot about his skills, his history, all that. But this is something, a show that I hadn't seen. And so I'm very curious. This is doing some Bulerias action, Buleria action. Paco De Lucia. Now, I believe this is the beginning of it.
Paco De Lucia.
He's the next. Oh, okay. So he's the next guitarist. That's cool. So it was like that's the book. His presence is just so.
Vamos allá. The wizardry going on here is just. I'm always just in awe. Like, feels like having a whole band on one instrument, Well, that's kind of like the magic of the record in the first place, but like that, see? Pulling rabbits right out of the sack. They want a rabbit.
classically trained, you know, flamenco, that, you know. But even if you are, it's just, come on. Singing a party and a song like Bulerias, it's been around the 70s, early 80s. What the? Imagine if some of these riffs were like distorted. How metal this would be. I'm surprised he doesn't rip strings straight off the guitar. So awesome, man. See, and it's like, he's like this explosion of music, you know, within a person. It's like, you know, we were just watching a thing with Al Di Meola talking about, you know, working with, you know, Paco. And, you know, it's so interesting looking at, you know, how the, you know, opposing ways of doing things were, but it also, you are reminded a lot. I am always reminded that not only was he, you know, held to such high esteem and one of the greatest guitarists of all time, you know, one of the greatest musicians of all time, but he also was, you will hear a lot, he was also very humble. He didn't think of himself in the way that people thought. And that's the thing. He kept himself grounded, or at least he tried to. And I do think though that that, you know, the more I learn about him, I think there was a lot that that drove him to, you know, alcohol and stuff like that, and the stresses and stuff, and also the, you know, wanting, you know, to get it right, and he's, you know, being a perfectionist always with himself. It's, you know, he's the type, you can tell he's the type of person where it's never good enough. I could have done that better, you know, and I'll do it, you know. It's just, and it really, I personally, it's like I listen to Paco, um, it's like you listen to Enter Dos Iguas on, you know, the CD, and it's great. It's fun. It's awesome. But when you hear it live in its many iterations, it becomes so much more alive. And that's what's so great about all of this music. And it's something I said before, and and I think it was something maybe Paco had it was something that he came to a realization to later on in his playing, probably by now. But that it wasn't always about the perfection. It was capturing the magic, those moments that have the crowd ooh and ah, and they didn't hear you misfret a chord. They didn't hear you lose that note or drop a. No, they heard awesome. They heard magic, and that's the thing, and that's where artists can sometimes get lost and like with bands, I had mentioned this before, with bands having a hard time to pick, what song would be, and sometimes they'll outsource that. What is the song that would be the radio song, or the song that you would show that would best represent this album or this band? And, a lot of times bands or artists will get it wrong because they're choosing songs for totally different reasons than the listener would be. So that's why having an outsider come in and outsider producers come in and help out and be the outside ears, help sometimes, because people like Paco and people of his caliber and genius, it's just the focus that it takes and just the zone that they get into. And I imagine it's something that he battled with, that it was hard for him to separate with, and he had to. It seemed like, from hearing, from his own words, he had a, hard time just letting go and relaxing, and so yeah, that's a whole other story for another day. The genius, just genius, and this was just a perfect example of, not only the fun of Paco, but the fun of Bulerias, and just all the greatness that can be had at any given time. And when it's just like a party and a song. That's all. It's like the dumbest way to put it, but there you go. I'll be the one to say it. Somebody had to. But yeah, please do follow the links. We'll have you all linked up to this video and more, and places to go to learn more about Paco and all that stuff. But please do, follow the links, and like, comment, subscribe, and comment a band or an artist or somebody that we should be checking out, and we will get to them as soon as possible. And if we're not getting that way, don't be afraid to remind us, because we're getting suggestions from all over the place. There's bands we're trying to circle back to, and there's a lot of awesome stuff. There's so much awesome out there, but I've been hard at work trying to collect it all and itemize it for you, so you can easily find the awesome that you're looking for. So have fun shopping for your awesome. I'm gonna go find some more awesome to stock the shelves with. Have a good day out there, everybody. We'll see you in the next one.